Ryan here from RWV MTB, and lately I've been trying to post more videos to my mountain bike channel. And on top of kind of posting at the local trails here in Arizona that I've moved to recently, I want to kind of discuss some of the products that I've been purchasing lately. So about 5 or 6 weeks ago, I decided to get back into mountain biking as a way to get back into shape. And it's something that I've done my whole life, whether it's BMX, road, or mountain. I've raced all three, been competitive at some point, but being 35 years old now, it's just something that I want to do recreationally. If I do get to the point where I want to take it further, I might explore some enduro stuff, but that's typically the type of riding I do. So it's all mountain, kind of enduro. I really do love the downhills. So I climb, you know, kind of out of necessity like many people, but I really love kind of the steep rocky descents that we have out here in Arizona. So that is my riding style, so keep that in mind. I'm about 6'2", 220, looking to continue to shave those off. I'm down about 10 since the beginning of my journey here. And then I did pick up a bike that I will review here in the near future as well. And I'm shooting this on a GoPro 8, which I'll also do a review on. I have no background in this. I'm a complete amateur, and so the production values aren't going to be super cool. I do try to do some clips and edits in my videos just so that it is kind of action-packed, but on these it'll probably just be me, a camera, and the product. So what I'm reviewing today are some mountain bike shoes by 510 called the Kestral, and these are the lace-up version. So I do ride clipless, so I do clip in when I ride. And what I've been riding is the Bontrager RXL carbons from about 2.5 years ago, from when I was riding before. And so I do have a lot of that gear. So I did kind of take advantage of that since I did drop a good amount of money on the bike and I've been doing some upgrades. But the hardcore cross-country carbon sole, while it's light and it transfers a ton of power, isn't really practical if you're not racing and you're just kind of out there trail riding, having fun, and want something with a little bit more protection, especially with the rocks and the cactus and stuff that we have out here. So I was looking for something that I could wear on and off the trail, and I don't care how good you are at mountain biking, there's just some spots in Arizona and everywhere else, Colorado, Utah, whatever, that you cannot ride up. And so there are hike-a-bike sections. I'm pretty close to South Mountain, and so some of those trails like Mormon, and there are sections where maybe certainly I can't get up them clean at this point. So walking on those stiff-soled carbon shoes was pretty brutal. So just jumping right into this review, I really did like these shoes. I got them from REI for $150. They do have the version with the red here for $105 at the time of this taping in February 2020. Saves you $45. I actually think they do look better than these, but they were in stock in my size. And speaking of which, I got these in a size 11. So in Nike, I am 11.5. They do tend to run small, but I'm wearing another pair of Adidas right now, gym shoes, and I'm a perfect 11. I was a perfect 11 in these. That is who they're made by. They do use Vibram Stealth sole technology, so this is supposed to be super durable rubber, and it is very stiff. So there is a nylon shank in these, and so the power transfer is pretty good for a casual style shoe. I didn't notice a huge difference from my on Bontrager scale. I believe they're like 11 out of 14, super stiff shoe, to this. The one thing I did notice a little bit right off the bat was the weight. So I mean, these things aren't tanks, but they're definitely not gonna, you know, be a World Cup cross-country racer's choice. I think you could definitely race enduro and you could do some really good trail riding in these just because of how stiff the sole is. The one thing I really liked was the size of the opening for the. I went with the Crank Bros setup, and so I didn't need any shims. They do provide you with a couple shims with Crank Bros, but these work perfectly. It was flush, but I love how much room there is on the top and the bottom, so that lets you really get the shoe in and lock in with a lot of forgiveness. The other nice thing is I'm running the mallets currently, and so because this is basically the same type of material they put on their non-clip pedals, they're flat sole shoes for guys that just run normal pedals. There were a couple sections today. There was one in particular where I did come unclipped, and added feature that if you do come unclipped, which is pretty rare, you will be able to ride out some stuff until you can click back in. They do claim, reading some reviews online, was that the breathability was a little bit of an issue. It was about 72 on my ride today. So tough to tell. They didn't feel super breathable, but they weren't bad. It was just kind of neutral. I felt like on a hot day though, these things, it'd be a little cozy in there, but they do feel super comfortable. If you're looking for an all mountain enduro type shoe, or for trails where you can go shred, feel comfortable that you're gonna get some protection. You're gonna have some good power transfer, not give up some of that trail feel, and be able to just hop off the bike and go grab a burger with some buddies after. The 510 Kestral is an awesome option. I am gonna possibly trade these in. Actually, I am going to, for the BOA version. So luckily REI has an awesome return policy, and so I did use these today, but they will be returned and I will get the BOA version. So the only difference between those is they have a BOA closure, and then the strap is down here, and then instead of an internal vinyl shank, it is carbon, and that provides for a much stiffer sole. They said about 15% stiffer, and I'm guessing it cuts a little bit of weight as well. So I really like these shoes. Huge departure. So again, if you can go from the type of shoes I had to these and not feel weird about it, I think that says a lot about the product, and that it feels well built. Like nothing seems like it's gonna come undone. Like it's solid. I really do think this is a great product. It's getting rave reviews online, and so I would recommend it. I do have narrower feet, and this setup was great for me. So I was able to lace it up to where it felt snug. But other than that, yeah, overall, probably an 8 out of 10 for me. The only thing that I don't like about it is I think that they probably could be a little bit lighter, and then I do think just a little bit more breathable. But overall, a really good shoe, and for 150 bucks, you really can't go wrong. And then again, on sale, I think for 105 in certain colors. So I would definitely recommend them and check them out if that's what you're looking for in a shoe. So thank you. I will post more videos in the future. Hopefully this was helpful to some of you guys. If you have any comments, leave them in the section below. Thank you.